Hi and welcome to the channel. My name is Evie V and I help people become the best versions of themselves. And in today's video we're going to look at 5 common mistakes that we're all making, and include myself in this one, when we're giving into cravings. So I'm right in there with you. Although I have been able to let go of many of my addictions over the past couple of years, as you know, I'm eating a high raw diet and I have been for the past year, and the addictions to cooked foods and junk foods, man, they are strong. And once you kind of have the taste for that, I can see how I can just fall straight back into the addictions of that. So I'm right there with you on trying to up level and trying to let go of these addictions. The way that we do that is by rewiring our brain, by raising our vibrations so high that we no longer want anything that is going to be detrimental to our health, because we want to thrive, we want to feel amazing, we want to let go of those old stories, let go of those old limiting beliefs that are holding us back. You might be having something that's really slowing you down. You know that you don't want it. So this is how we do it. Let's stop making these mistakes. We all do them. And let's all raise our vibrations so high that we're going to expand the collective consciousness. So number 1, it's the lack of belief in ourselves. When we believe something is when we see the changes. So this is what I prefer to call the law of vibration. When we really get into the vibration and the belief. So if you believe that you're never going to actually change, and that you've been around this story over and over again, and you give in to one of those cravings because you actually don't envision or believe that you can ever really change. So this is the vision that we've spoke about in previous videos. You've got to really be enrolled in your vision. What is the vision that you have for yourself? Believe it and step into that new vibration of you. Okay, number 2, we forget that we're not our thoughts and that our thoughts don't control us. So this is where the mindfulness comes in, so that we can recognize it's only a thought, I'm going to let that pass. Our thoughts are kind of, imagine it like they're auditioning for your attention all of the time. And when you don't give that thought its attention, your attention, then that thought will eventually just fizzle and it will go. So a craving will go after 15 minutes. Well, between 2 to 15 minutes, they say, and they do. So distract yourself during that time, and then it quite likely will go. Now, the one thing is, cravings can come back sometimes, and then what can then happen is we then feel mentally exhausted because we've spent that first time throughout the craving, playing this tug-of-war game with our mind. That the next time we think, oh, I'm just having it then. But this then reinforces it over and over again, because we're using the same patterns, the same brain chemistry to reinforce it. And the more that we do this, so say it's a binge cycle, the more that we're going to want to continue to do that. So we have to rewire our actions. And it really is about recognizing it's only a thought, I'm going to let that pass. I'm not going to continue to keep doing this. Number 3. It's when we're not feeling satisfied, satiated, feeling full off the good stuff. Oh, I'm the worst for this, really am. This is the planning ahead. This is making sure that we have filled up. So I'll have like lots of bananas in my smoothies. I eat quite a lot of avocados, maybe more than I should be doing right now, but right now it's keeping me on this path. So I'll like put the avocados in like nuri wraps or the rice paper sheets. So to me then it's kind of like the equivalent of like a sandwich or something that's got a little bit more substance to it. So we really need to be filling up. We can eat raw foods in abundance. We don't have to restrict. We just have to make sure that we're feeling satiated and that we're feeling full, because this is where we can all go wrong. We can all get caught at a weak moment when we're out and about and we're hungry, and that craving's just going to get the better of us. So whether it's planning ahead and taking food out with you, or it's eating plenty before you go, but yeah, it's really feeling full off the good stuff. And number 4, fourth mistake that we're making, we're thinking unconsciously. So we have to remember every moment is a new moment. So when I first decided to go raw, I went through all of these emotions, kind of like a grief for cooked foods, because of all of the the cooked foods that I enjoyed and loved having. And I was going through all this process of this forever feeling. And I then had to remember, every moment's a new moment. I have to think consciously in the moment. And I said to my friends, if you see me eating cooked foods, I will then be acting unconsciously, because if I'm thinking consciously, I know that I no longer want to eat those foods. I know that I would be giving into a craving. Many of us have like parasites within our guts from years and years of eating the processed and the cooked foods, and these parasites are controlling us. There was a process I went through, a juice fast, to get rid of what's called the mucoid plaque all out of my gut, so that afterwards then I won't be controlled as much by the cravings. I haven't got all of that out. I do still feel that there's more to get out of there, and I will when I feel mentally ready to approach the juice fast again, because I really do want to get all of that out. But I need to have this firm basis of the raw foods there, like embedded first of all, because we don't want to keep going from like juice fast and then eating raw and then falling away and keep going round in circles, because that's going to put quite a lot of strain on our body as well, and we've got to yo-yo and things. So I want to get this base established with the raw foods so that I'm confident before I approach the juice fast again. And when we're fully raw, when we're just eating the raw foods, we can heal from everything. So it would be a slower process to get out of the plaque that way, but it does happen that way too. And number 5, the 5th mistake we're not making is when we're not around like-minded people. So this is when we're not in community support, when we've maybe not got other people that can understand where we're at and understand the ups and downs that we're going through. And so it's really, really important to get with community, be with like-minded people. We can use online for this. Online is an amazing way of meeting like-minded people. So whether it's in your area and you can look up certain events that are going on, in anything that you're interested in, but also for the raw in particular, I have an online community for that. There's not that many people yet that I have attracted or come across in my physical life that are raw. It's getting more. It's really exciting. There's definitely more on this path, and I hope to inspire more, because I'd love more raw creatives around me just to make some more raw amazing foods with me. And obviously I want to have the like minds in person as well, but I have a huge community of raw friends online too. So if there is any struggles, I can just message and reach out to someone who has also been there for me. They might be a few stages ahead of me, and they'll understand what I'm going through as well. So it's really important to be in community, and then they get you. We're less likely to have temptation. So these are probably 5 really common mistakes that we're all making. I'll make more videos similar to this. We'll keep going further into this subject as well. I also have the freebie, the free starter guide, the 4 secrets to food freedom. Food freedom being we eat what we want, when we want, because we're letting go of all of these addictions and we're intuitively eating. We're going to only want the good stuff. So the ways to get there, like I say, it's raising our vibration so high. So download your copy of the free starter guide at evvactivist.com. I also explain the whole process in a live presentation, an in-person presentation that I did last weekend, which I'll link for you. Which side? I'll link for you at one of the sides. You can watch that next, and that'll explain the process of the 4 secrets too. And if you want more from me, join the community, the Food Freedom community, over on Facebook. I'll put all the links below. Thank you all for watching. Sending you all much love.